This is the plot in the middle of July 2014. As you can see, the weeds and everything is really abundant. The beans that I planted have nearly reached the top and are starting to blossom. I've pruned back the roses quite severely because they've all but finished their blossoming of the roses. Everything seems to be about a month ahead of schedule. I've got a huge crop from the red currants there. The weeds and everything's come along very nicely. I'll have to spray them. Those are the pruned rose branches which I'll burn. The lettuce that I'm going to plant into pots is doing quite well, as are the broad beans. We're coming nearly up to harvest time for the broad beans. The sweet peas, we've had absolutely loads of sweet peas. I've filled the house with sweet peas, given sweet peas to all the neighbours for the past month, and still they're coming. I picked a few sweet peas for the morning room this morning. There's loads more to pick. If I don't pick them, they'll just stop flowering. I've thinned out the raspberries. They're still looking a bit sorry for themselves. I put a bit more chalk, calcium carbonate on there. The birds are eating the bird seeds. I've dug a little bit deeper to the pit, which I hope to clear all that and put it, put the soil near the shed. The black currants are still kind of coming on. The harvest time isn't quite yet. But the birds haven't just eaten all the black currants. The strawberries are all unfinished. I've moved the mints over to there, hoping to take it apart to see what's happened to it. As you can see, I've thinned out the roses very much. The plums are starting to turn red. I hope they haven't been attacked by the plum moth. I've put a plum moth trap there and what seems to be a plum moth thing. Yes, thanks. The blackberries are looking good. I'm feeding the tomato plants with Tomarite once a week, and I'm making sure that there aren't any of these suckers that have to be taken away. I'll have to tie them up because they're coming to the end of the thing. The mare's tails. I've bought some cure tail, which is very expensive mare's tail killer, and I've sprayed next doors, and it's killed it virtually completely. Marvellous. And that's about it. I'll have to. I've had two good cucumbers. There's the third one, looking very nice, and there's another cucumber. I'll have to take one of them home because we've eaten cucumbers till they come out of our ears. The tree there needs pruning. The tomatoes are starting to come along quite nicely. They need tying up, and that's about it. The fairy glen, there's the fairies, needs looking at, I think. And that's about it. It's looking very nice with those sweet peas. Very colourful, and that's my plot. In the middle of July, we haven't had much of a crop of rhubarb. I don't know what's happened to it this year, but we haven't had much of a crop. But that's the plot. These are the red currants from 2 bushes, and I've put half of them in the pot there. I'll have to boil them up with some sugar and then bottle them. They make really nice sauce with ice cream. All those red currants have boiled up to only 3 half-litre jars of red currants, but it's absolutely delicious red currants with ice cream. And all I have to do is to put some labels on them, and you have 3 very nice ice cream sauce. There we are. All we have to do now is I put them in a plastic bag and seal them up, just in case they have any things in them that we don't want, and they explode. So I leave them outside for about a month and then take them back in.